Back in the middle of winter, Frank from Exploring Abandoned Mines in Unusual Places and I joined up for the first time, attempting to explore several abandoned mines high in the mountains of New Mexico. Needless to say, our plans were short-lived as a winter storm rolled in and dumped as much as a foot of snow, leaving the steep mountain trails impassable. Well, we made the best of things and retreated down the mountains into the desert to explore an alternate area. This time, Frank and I returned to the mine lands in the mountains, minus the snow, to explore some of the mines we couldn't get to on our last trip. Join us above and underground as we explore some places that seldom have visitors and is off the beaten path in this historic part of the country. Well, this is a good sign right here. We have an ore chute, and right in front of it there's a couple pieces of drill steel. These are old ones because there's no hole in the front of them for the water to be injected to keep the dust down. A lot of miners up here died of silicosis because of all the dust being kicked up. And right next to it's an olive green, what's left of a insulator. Never seen an olive green one before. I've seen like an aqua, clear, and light green, but olive green, that's unique. So we're going to see if we can find out what belongs to this. Most likely it's higher up the hill, so we'll be right back. All right, we made it on top of that waste rock pile right there, which leads to an adit. Kind of looks like jail, but you know, it's kind of eroded open. We can get in there real quick. But off to the right, there's some ruins here, what's left of a shack that went with this mine. Now supposedly there's twin adits here, twin tunnels. This is the first one we're going to check out. We're going to see what's inside there, and then we'll see if we can find the other adit that goes to this mine. So let's go inside.
See, that's like purple.
Yeah, we're maybe about 200 feet in, give or take. Well, we're getting a little bit further inside this mine and we're starting to see some ventilation pipe. It's old steel kind, not the inflatable bag type. So it's older, I believe, but people have been just chipping away at this country rock. I don't know why. There's really nothing of value I see in it. But we're going to keep going on. Follow these tracks. Frank's leading the way. Yeah, it's definitely getting moist in here. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's flowstone right here. That is neat. Yeah, there's definitely moisture getting in right here. And then, wow, the tracks, they bend off to the right. But look at this. It's an old shoe. I don't know if it's left behind from the miners, but I mean, it looks pretty old. Well, let's see here. And then the tracks keep going. Frank's down that way. But right here, there's an old bucket here. It looks like it has grease. Yeah, there used to be grease in there. They used to grease these tracks right here to help the ore cart get around it because I guess it caused too much friction. And then right behind me is a wooden door. Usually that's indicative of a powder mag or air control. Yeah, it looks like they used to have a lock on it. But what's strange about this, inside of it, right here, it looks like this used to be a raise from a lower level. There's a ladder way down there. It's hard to see. You can't see it, but it's about 50 feet down. And yeah, I don't really trust this wood, so I'm going to back off of that. Let's continue down these tracks here. That's pretty neat, that grease bucket right there. Oh, looks like we have a split in the tracks right here. Goes off to the left and to the right. Let's see where the right goes first. There's a little split, doesn't go anywhere. Tracks stop. There's some more flow stone. Okay, well, I see why the tracks stop, because we're at a face. It dead ends. So I'll meet you back at the split. Wow. Always from a different perspective when you're heading back, you see what you missed. I missed this heading in. You see these little stalactites forming. This is active. You can see the little drips on there. These little soda straws that are forming. One day, if this doesn't collapse, these will be stalactites, but it's pretty cool. More of that flow stone right there. There's some more of those formations forming. Look at that one. It's like a veil. Pretty cool. But yeah, here's that split. And let's go this way. Let's leave that on. There we go. Got some pipe. That's bent pipe. Let's keep on going. Some more shoes. Huh. Those look like they're old rubber boots. Not that old. Definitely smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller. Let's keep going. The wood's definitely rotten once we came around this bend here. You see that fault wall right there.
Yeah. Look at that drill bit stuck in there.
Yeah. But, you know, we're starting to encounter moisture right here because it's starting to look like mulch.
Yeah.
And then we're in this stope now. Oh, I can see my breath.
Yeah.
The humidity. Well, let's see this stope real quick. Let's.
It goes up pretty far.
Yeah, this goes along
If you get further up, you can see a little bit better.
this vein here. But let's take a look over here carefully, because Frank believes there might be a false floor. But look, I mean, look at all this.
There's something on the right there, like an incline wings there.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, there's all this rotten wood here.
I need to go look at that opening, if that goes
But-
down, or if that's just a pit or what.
Yeah, see that wood, that black on that wood? You can probably just stick your finger in there and it'll. That's funny. They used a piece of drill steel for a stall right there, it looks like.
I missed that. I didn't see that.
Right there.
That's funny.
See that? There's wooden stalls past it, that black figure.
That's funny.
There's another one way down there. That's hard to see. That one, there you go. You can kind of see it. This one. And then they use a piece of drill steel right there. But yeah, there's something off right here to the right.
Well, I wasn't really sure.
There's a ladder there.
Well, I saw the ladder.
It looks like it stops though. I'm gonna carefully walk along here. Don't want to kick up this dust either. That was kind of stupid. But it looks like it stops right there. It's just a stope. But yeah, there's definitely something going down to a lower level right there. And with this condition of this wood,
How far down does this go? Yeah, this is.
oh yeah, they really stope down there. Let's take a look. See down there?
Oh, I see.
It's real narrow.
So this probably is a.
This is going on like what, a 60-degree angle. But This is probably most definitely false floor right here. And I can't tell if it ends or it curves. But
I think it ends.
hold on, let me weigh my options here real quick. Because these stalls have all failed. That's what these probably were just stalls up in this stope. They've all rotted and failed. Man, that goes up there. That goes up probably 100 feet.
But no daylight though.
No.
It's not an open
But yeah, that's what all this wood is right here. Is this rotten wood that used to be wedged in between these two faces, or these two walls right here.
Yep.
So what were Frank and I so worried about? Well, here's a map from 1927 of the mine that we're in. We're in that shaded area between the shaft going to the surface and that wind's going to a lower level. From what we can see while inside this mine is that the level we were on was undercut and that the winds had become part of a stope going down to the lower level. This meant that there is a good possibility that there is a rotten false floor hidden underneath those piles of rotten wood. Not to mention, the neighboring mine began mining the same vein from their 500 and 700 foot level. No thank you. You know, after looking at this little hole in the ground, it's actually a continuation of a stope below us. And this right here, that's just a pillar. So underneath all that rotten goodness right there is probably more false floor, because you can see it kind of dipping down right there, and it comes back up right where my light's at, and then it does it again. So this is probably all just pillared. And I mean, it keeps going, but I mean, it's just not worth the risk. So we're going to call it on this one. We'll see if we can find that other adit. But here's another view of that narrow stope. And there's that drill steel right there. So we'll see what else we find. All right, well, we made it a little bit further down the road from that first adit, and we're to the west of it. This is the second adit. I just climbed down there, and it was a heck of a time getting out. It doesn't go anywhere. It only goes about 20 feet in and then stops. So safe to say that's that for this mine.